Hello, everyone. We've made it back. Our the technology is working again. And if I recall correctly, Axel was in the middle of making a stroll through the forest. Making our way.
And you get hit by
To
a flying, I don't know,
Shiva's.
squirrel.
What's your passive perception?
Oh Jesus. Too much is the answer. Let's character sheets right here. Assuming roll 20 doesn't take 20 minutes to load it. 20.
Hmm. Oh, that's an issue. Roll me a perception check.
I was walking in the park one day. Don't worry, we're gonna get a natural one. I can feel it.
Don't say such things.
Hold on, let me make sure I'm not on. Okay, it's normal. Nope, we got 14.
See?
Almost
Well, that's a
getting
4.
close. Getting close.
Okay.
We're getting close.
As you walk, you make your way kind of just out of sight of your settlement proper. You kind of round a tree in a set of bushes, and you see above you are a set of kind of dark amber like eyes. They're just kind of tucked into the trees and branches above you, about maybe 45 feet off the ground.
Well, that's interesting. Hmm. Not a very good. Well, I guess like technically you can't. Well, climbing would be athletics, not acrobatics, right?
You could make it acrobatics if you like.
Hello up there. Hello.
No, no one says anything. The eyes are still staring at you.
Hmm. Just eyes is what I see. That's nothing else. Just
That's
glowing
all you can
eyes.
see. Mm-hmm.
Is it? It seems. It seems safe. It seems safe. I'm sure going up and giving whatever's up there a hug would be a very safe option. Well, I can't since I can't seem to see it. How you said it's like 40 feet away?
35 feet up.
45 feet up? I have dark
Mhm.
vision at 60 feet, so if it's in dark, or is it just like a set of glowing eyes that are just like floating,
You
disembodied?
cannot see it through the trees themselves.
Okay.
You can
So
see plants, but it is
it's
hidden.
like one of those things where it's like all the leaves and then just two or like glowing eyes. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Stereotypical monster. What on earth?
That's your assumption. I didn't say that.
Uh, let me see. Is there anything else I can use to try and communicate? Let's think. Well, if it's not responding back, I may just assume it's some sort of creature, and I don't have a whole lot of um, expertise in communicating with wildlife. I don't have talk with animals. I have like I have a little bit of nature lore, but Axel doesn't have a lot of assumptions to be made other than it's probably it's more than likely something that is going to treat him as a tasty snack. So Axel will probably just be like, "Hello, friend. What are you doing up there? Come down, have breakfast. You got food nearby."
Roll a persuasion check, I suppose. think that counts as being persuasive.
Definitely not being an asshole.
That is true. It is not a
And I'm not
negative.
lying about the food because I'm sure I've got something nearby. I should
Also
have been
true.
lying though. It would have been a better roll. I mean, I have 0 persuasion, so if I'd have been lying, I'd at least get a +4.
You wave to the creature, and you, just as you take your eyes off it, just for a second, the eyes are gone.
Oh man. Well, this morning walk was more interesting than I anticipated. Haven't seen any glowing eyes out here before. Wonder what kind of creature that is. Perhaps one of the wizards knows. Oh well.
All right. As you continue your walk, nothing else of note happens. Are you looking for anything by chance?
Well, now that he's seen that creature, he's probably looking a little more closely to see if he can spot any unusual wildlife or other life forms that he may not have seen perusing the area before, and perhaps even moving a little more stealthily himself as to try and not spook them.
Okay. Roll, if you're looking for something, roll perception. If
I
you
get
wish to be
29 stealth.
unseen, do stealth. Okay.
Yeah, well,
You
I
are.
guess let's do the perception thing too. 14 perception again. Nice. He's sneaky, but he can't see shit. He's sneaking so good, he can't even see himself. He's like,
You look
where'd I go?
around, and you don't see anything.
Now, that is a fact. You don't see anything.
You don't see
Not
anything
even,
of note.
but I'm not like walking into trees, so that's good.
No.
That would be unfortunate. Well, if he doesn't see anything, he'll kind of make a loop back to the town and probably start a conversation with I don't know, like if he, are there any? Do we have any people that do like hunting among the like in the local area? You know, for food and stuff. Like any of the shipmates that might do some hunting for meat and stuff nearby. If not, I'll just like go find one of our compatriots.
You don't have anybody whose job is like hunting specifically, but there are some people who've gone out and found food, things like that. You could talk to if you like.
Yeah, I might go ask them if they've seen any unusual glowing eyes, kind of in the distance in the trees, stuff like that.
All right. As you go off in search of more information, Layla, what are you up to?
She is sound asleep, relaxed, and unaware of anything that is going on. Layla likes to sleep in if nobody bothers her.
Okay. All right. Then, as you all are doing what it is that you're doing in the morning, can I have everyone make me a perception check, please?
Okay.
Third time's a charm. 15.
7. Reagan don't see nothing as usual.
A non-natural 20.
29.
You rolled a 5 and I rolled a 7.
Oh yeah, a 4 and a 4 and a 5.
So, no, none of you recognize this except for Aspen, because apparently the rest of you rolled really low, and they rolled really high. As you are going through your day, Aspen, you get more of a instinctual feeling that you are being watched. It's almost the more primal aspect, your instincts that are kind of bothered. And as you look in that direction, it takes you a second, But then you realize there is a pair of eyes staring at you. And then you see another set. Then another. And then one more. Total of 4. All are slightly different. All are the color of gemstones, and they range from blues to oranges, green, and then one that's very clear, almost like looking into diamonds.
So the only thing I see is just the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Are they shrouded in like bush somewhere, or is it just like invisible except for eyes?
They are within the treetops around you.
I see. Well, time to use my bootleg ranger gift, primeval awareness. As long as hopefully it's not a monstrosity, it should, you should be able to pinpoint what this creature is.
Mechanical carbuncles. You made him.
I just want to state for the record, I don't do this on purpose, but
Yes,
you
you
do
do,
not.
You literally have control of the monster manual. You do this on purpose.
I don't. I do not. I don't
We
remember
have
the
all the
last
vibes
time.
of proof every single
I
time. You
have-
go back and watch every. Oh yeah, that's a monstrosity.
I've never needed. I don't remember the last time I ever used beasts for anything. But so, unfortunately, you do not sense anything.
I wonder why. I wonder why. Okay. so, um, in that case, he sees 4 of them. He kind of cocks his eyes a bit. And he's going to communicate into their new devices. Cause remember, last session, we had configured earrings for the crew, so we could be able to communicate with one another.
We do have them.
Well, yeah, we bought them last
Now
time.
you have them commissioned, but
Right.
you don't have them yet.
Good God.
Like we put the money
You
together and sent
literally-
away for it. I
You
don't think we have it yet.
literally asked for them a week ago. You
week
and in
ago.
world it was in world it was yesterday, but for us it was like 2 weeks ago. I don't know what you're
Okay.
expecting.
Okay.
You
okay.
asked for this thing, yes, like not even 24 hours ago in game. Were they supposed to summon them from
Yeah,
nothing?
They're supposed to bring it forward. Like, here you are, sir. We like some more. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
something like that.
You
But I guess
asked
that's not the
for
case.
the night before.
Oh.
They haven't even had a full day.
To make them, okay. All right. So that is not an option. But it's not really a good way to communicate with the group. Then, because he's not going to startle them because he's not sure exactly who they are. He just sees these pair of eyes. So, he's going to look out towards them and say, "Greetings. I see you all before me. I am Aspen. Would you mind showing yourself so we could be able to talk?"
Roll a perception check. Not perception check. Persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. That is 13 plus 19.
For a moment, there is no response. And a long beat goes by, and you aren't sure if they're going to respond or not. And then a voice that sounds equal parts predatory and feminine, almost. You all are truly odd people.
Wait, in my head or just out in the open?
You think it's out? It's vocalized.
I am a dragonkin. Have you not seen dragons before?
Not in person. I've heard stories of the dragons they are. Impressive.
I
I'm told
see.
they are more observant.
Perhaps that is why I was able to see you. What is your name?
Perhaps my name in our tongue would be more difficult for you to say. I believe in yours it's the closest is Kosia.
Wait 1 second. On my OneNote. I was not prepared to be writing down lower. Give me 1 second.
How are you not? Okay.
Well, I didn't have the one. I had the one to open, but now on the right tab. There we go.
Well, you ask me about a roll 20 every time, but you don't just automatically have the notebook.
You say how you spell it?
Oh, here I just write it for you. It's
Okay.
Kosia.
No, that's an IA.
It's in the Zoom.
Okay, IA.
All right, perfect. Well, Kosia, it is a pleasure. I am Aspen, half dragon. I have friends and family. Well, not family. I have friends here as well as other individuals in the settlement. Where do you hail from exactly?
The forest. I don't really own things, so it's hard to explain to you all.
Oh, that is very different from us dragons. You know, well, are you aware that dragons are very large and towards owning a horde and such? Are
I
you aware?
am.
It's an interesting cultural difference. You do all not believe in owning anything at all?
Not exactly. All things must live. Makes no difference one pile of dirt from another.
That's an interesting perspective. If you mind, is it all right if I gather some friends to come here? They are the ones that's also helping me build this establishment. We would love to get to know you all better. It seems like you all are neighbors to our establishment.
You may.
Very well. And then Aspen will first make their way over to Layla because they know Layla is the best talker of the crew. My +6 is not going to do squat for much longer. And so, so they're going to knock on Layla's door and be like, "Are you awake?"
The dullest of thonks hits the door.
I'm guessing that's a chancla. In that case, I do need your help. It looks like we have neighbors here that wishes to talk to us.
What type of neighbors?
I don't know. I can only see their eyes. They wish to reside in the forest to protect their visibility, but they seem hospitable. Such.
There is the groan, the rumble, the sound of her getting out of the blankets, followed by like noises that she's getting dressed. She like opens the door and her hair's like.
Beautiful as always.
You're very kind. All right. Who are they? Where are they? What am I doing?
Oh, we're going to see if we can make further allies and friends. They're currently residing outside. I'm expecting to believe that they're neighbors of ours. They don't own a place, but they say they reside in the forest.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Blee, I'm not just kidding. You look beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and get the others.
Okay.
They make their way over to well, they know who's training. They'll make their way over to sorry, for some reason brain farting. I'm not really sure why. Regan, yeah.
I'm forgettable. I see how it is,
No,
big dog.
no, usually
I'm playing.
But yeah, they'll make their way over to the trading regiment.
Oh, I didn't change it. That's right.
I don't-
That's on me.
no, a couple of this.
There we go.
So they'll look up over to Reagan. It says, Reagan,
He'd be praying right now.
oh, okay.
Yep. But you know that. You know that.
Nice.
He keeps routine.
He will gently approach. Says, Reagan, I may be busy now. So if you wish to continue with praying, I completely understand. But there are some new neighbors that has approached the settlement that seems to be wishing to talk. And I was curious to see if you wish to entertain these individuals, especially since you wanted to meet our villagers, assuming the neighbors, our neighbors as well, would be high on your list.
Of course, I'm willing, friend. The gods have brought us visitors.
I was not expecting that. Good. You have more allies and more friends. Layla's already on their way there, so I was going to gather the others, including you. We'd all have a great chat together.
Of course, friend. And they'll slap his chest and go for like a more nice looking clothing with like a medium armor mix. He's not full Iron Man mode right now.
Gotcha. All right, very well. I'm going to go ahead and look for Axel, and I will see you all shortly.
Yeah, and Reagan will basically be waiting in the hall because he's just sitting here like, I don't know where to go.
Oh, he would tell you. He would tell you where, because he would have told Layla, like where he spotted the individuals at.
Okay.
So he would have told you all where the spot was.
Oh well, Reagan will make his way then.
And,
He'll wait at the door because he's like, let's go out as a unit.
And yeah, and look for Axel. But Axel's not in the establishment, right? Axel's out in the forest, right?
I was looping my way.
In
Well,
town.
actually, I was back in town at this point.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Am I able to find Axel by chance?
It would not be difficult unless Axel
Yeah.
does not wish to be found.
I'm not really sneaking around as I'm talking to, the people looking for, trying to see if anybody's, seen any of these new folks that we happen to have run into or seen something suspicious, since I haven't gotten the news yet.
And all right, in that case, Aspen will approach you and say, Axel, good morning. We seem to have came across a group of individuals that appears to be neighbors. I was able to spot them. I'm only able to see their eyes at the moment. 4 to be exact.
I think I saw one of them earlier on my walk, but they didn't
Oh,
want to respond when I hailed them.
interesting. Well, was it 4 of them as well, or perhaps just one?
I don't know. They wouldn't speak. I just saw some eyes, some glowing eyes in the trees up above, and when I called out, they disappeared after a short while.
I see. Well, fortunately, they seem to be hospitable. We were having a decent conversation. I was learning a bit about their culture, which appears to be a bit different from Dragonkind. But yes, I have already reached out to Layla and Reagan, and so I was hoping to gather the group together so we all could meet in the appropriate location.
Oh, they want to talk?
Yes.
Oh, great. Well, not too busy. I was trying to find out more information about these folks, see if anybody had run into them, but apparently you have, so.
That's the goal. The more friends and allies we can have on this island, the better, especially since we're so isolated. So this should be good.
Yes, especially with all the giant beasts floating around in the water.
Exactly. Tell me about it. Who knows when we're going to run into another giant ship that decides to be something else.
I am never looking at another ship the same again.
Same. it's like we make our way, I guess, back to the group.
Okay. Can I have everyone except for Aspen make me perception checks, please?
4th time's a charm. I mean, it's better than 14. 23.
26.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
Woohoo! Okay.
So, Layla, you notice a set of 4 eyes watching you. Same description as given to Aspen. Unfortunately, neither Axel nor Reagan notice.
What? Wow, their stealth was ridiculous.
Probably like 25 at least.
Mm-hmm. Wow. When we all gather together, Aspen will look towards Layla and gesture towards the four. Says, "Are you are you able to see them by chance? Those are the
Oh.
four."
Yeah, the little eyes.
Mm-hmm. That's them.
Oh, I have to go talk to just floating eyeballs.
Well, all of us together. I'm not asking you to go by yourself, but
My
yes, we were hoping for you to take point because we know that this is your thing. This is what you specialize in.
I can't even see what you're talking about.
You don't see them? There's four eyes off in the distance.
Maybe it's because you're tired from being up so early to train.
I
When
suppose
it
you're
is
right.
pointed out to you, once it's pointed out, both Reagan and Axel are able to see them.
Oh, hello.
Ah, yes, we met in the woods earlier.
They called us a unique bunch. I've discovered that they have not seen dragons before. They've only heard of our kind, so it'd be interesting. I assume that this would be a great cultural exchange. They could learn a bit about us, we could learn a bit about them, and hopefully become allies.
Interesting.
Well, let's just hope they don't want to eat us.
Why do you think everyone wants to eat you?
You know, this is an island. I'm in nature. I assume everything in nature wants to eat me.
No, that's fair.
That is not the case, but I can help you with that later. as someone who was raised in nature, that is definitely not the case.
Nah, you ain't slick, big dog. You ain't slick at all.
Oh man.
Nah.
All right, let me go talk to these guys. Just like
You ain't slick at all.
tiny, so her little feet just go. She's walking off.
I don't know what to tell you.
Hi, hello. I was told you are nearby in the forest.
We are a
Oh, well,
child of Fiona. You are also interesting.
you know, it's don't say her name too loudly. She might decide to pop up for a visit. But hi, how are you today? Um, how's the forest?
I'm fine. You all do not worry for your safety. It is not difficult to get close to your home.
You know, we have a lot of trust in the fact that we're respecting other people's boundaries, that maybe they'll respect our own.
Trust is important. Why are you here?
Like here now, or like here on the island?
On the island.
Oh, I want to say, like, I feel like I lost a bet, but really we were deciding to set up our own settlement. So that's what we're doing. And Magical Island sounded like fun, and then we had to talk to the disembodied voice and answer some riddles. So they said okay as long as we stayed over here.
There are not many people interested in braving the wilds on their own. Suppose you've earned some respect.
We're a very unique bunch. Don't ask the
You
cook to
are?
cook anything. He only cooks on the water.
Not sure if that is supposed to mean something.
You know, I ask myself that every day. But is there anything we could do for you? Do you need anything? Do you need any assistance?
I believe you all were told that we would come to speak with you in time.
She kind of looks back at the rest of the group like, were we told that?
I mean, if you're saying that we heard that, then we heard everything else, including your mama.
Oh yeah,
Your mama's name.
oh yeah. Well, Aspen definitely heard that with what he said.
Reagan is a
Yeah.
past perception 11. That's what I'm saying. You, of
Oh.
course.
Oh yeah.
So you're saying Reagan heard that.
Yeah, I mean, the people heard it. She just kind of like looking back at everybody like, were we told someone was gonna come see us?
Well, we did speak to Carbon.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
I remember Carbon saying something along those lines. One of the carbuncles that we met.
We met
Our
Carbuncles.
Our neighbors. You met Carbon as well.
Mhm.
You were the one who did the history check and figured out it was a
I'm telling you that
all-
those couple days of sickness have really thrown me.
Do you all need a moment to gather yourself? We can
Well, I'm
return
happy to
another
accept
time.
you as guests.
Oh no, we're happy to accept you. It was just I've been sick, recently, and my brain is still trying to process everything.
Going around, but has it affected your location by chance?
No.
Lucky.
Fascinating. Well, you're welcome to enter our hall. I mean, it's not exactly grand, but it's what we have at the moment. We have a table.
Your offer is kind, but we tend to not go too far within the settlements of your kind of people. It can be rather dangerous.
What do you mean, our kind of people?
Dangerous
If you
as-
all would call yourselves humanoids, we prefer two-legged people.
Hmm.
I'm sorry if your people have experienced such prejudice.
Has others affected your location by chance? Has it been recently?
Not in recent memory, no. But the stories are it is always best to be safe rather than sorry, I believe.
I completely understand that. It actually took me some time getting used to many of the mortals that reside in a different city.
Reagan will just sit down on the ground cross-legged while this conversation is happening too.
I was came across a few individuals, also with two legs, that decided that our home should have been theirs, and we decided they wanted to take it. On numerous occasions, we had to address that, and yeah, but running into that regularly has sowed a seed of distrust for many individuals, as you say, with two legs. I mostly only trusted those of Dragonkind for a while. Fortunately, I was able to experience there was kindness within others of the mortal race. That has changed my perspective a bit. But I do still understand where you're coming from. About holding cautious, especially if your home has been threatened.
I am sorry, but not surprised. Can I have everyone make me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh!
Reed, why, dog? Why, dog?
You'll find out in a moment.
It's a grand total of 8. I don't know why you asked me to do it.
Add 5 to it. You were next to me.
13.
Paladin aura. The
Mhm.
aura of a paladin does help.
And you said I had 5, so 20.
Yep. 28.
Blackjack.
What's 13 plus 19? What do you?
What the hell
No,
are you at a 19?
34.
I rolled a 19. I have a 13
32.
to add to
No.
this.
Oh, 13, not 15. My bad.
Okay.
30, 32.
32.
32.
Yeah,
32.
32.
Yeah, it's 32. As she finishes speaking, you see very quickly a shape move from inside the tree to landing on all fours on the dirt and foliage about 10 feet in front of you. And as your eyes kind of catch up to the movement, you feel a sense of greed fill you, thanks in part to Reagan's paladin aura. You are able to resist without much difficulty for all of you, actually. And standing there in front of you, you see what looks to be a panther, about the size of a person. The fur is the color of diamonds. And you can see kind of right around the neck and almost flowing back like a mane is what looks to be flowing crystal diamonds. And it flexes as this person moves, almost like it's made out of water. But as you look at it, it seems to kind of crystallize and it reflects the sunlight to the point where it's almost like looking into a prism. And as you look forward, you see her eyes are the colors of actual diamonds to the point that you don't think you've ever seen something that rivals the beauty and purity. And she looks at each of you for a moment. Surprise goes across her features just for a second before she calms herself. You all are interesting.
Thank you. And if you don't mind my saying so, you are breathtakingly beautiful.
I do not mind. I
Let
am
Layla.
Kosia, and I believe the closest thing to what you all would understand. I am the queen of the carbuncles, or matriarch. The common tongue is complicated.
Reagan will rise and bow to her.
Yep. Layla will give a little curtsy and also shoot Aspen a look of that basically just like reads of, see, nature, dangerous.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting that. As Aspen gives a gentle smirk and it gives a nod, dragons don't bow, but we nod in respect. And so
On that Cuddlesworth tip.
and so Aspen does look curiously at the others back and so close. It's not cochina. It's not Spanish. I keep wanting.
Kosia.
Cosia. Okay.
I know it looks like cochina.
Yeah, I was like, it's not Spanish. It's like cosia. Okay. And he of course will nod and say, "It's a pleasure. I was unaware that you all were making your way today. Pleasure to meet you."
We prefer it that way. A lot of your kind tend to prepare themselves when meeting others. It is not good for getting an accurate representation of who you happen to be.
Understandable. Well, thank you for making your presence known to us at this point in time, Lady Kosia. Tis an honor to meet you.
I do have a question. How are you aware of Layla's lineage?
There are many ways to see things. When you get to be as old as I am, you've heard stories. You learn to see the subtleties. Fiona has a habit of passing down certain traits to her offspring.
Aspen looks curiously at Layla for just a second, before we turn the gaze back.
Layla, like out of the corner of her eye, just gently drums her fingers on her dagger at her hip, like say something.
And Asta will ask, "Have you met her by chance, or just heard stories?"
Stories. Knowledge is passed down.
Very
The
important.
archdevils do not play on this world anymore.
Where do you hail from? You seem to understand our lineage. You are aware of ours, of mine, dragonkind. I will be honest. Well, so I will say this. Have I heard any, before I say something, have I heard anything about like a crystallized panther or something like that in like stories?
Oh, history check.
Okay. Ooh, that is not my strong suit.
What?
That's nope. That is a solid 5. So that's makes sense. Asper will look up and says, "I don't think I've came across anything of your ilk before. Do you mind sharing where you came from?"
I'm from the island. Though I don't believe that answers the question you were wanting to know. Without revealing too much, I am one of the divine beasts, or at least a descendant of one.
Hmm. Would you happen to have a relation by chance of a particular divine dragon of the sea, or have communication with her before?
Not personally. Some of my ancestors knew of the divine dragons.
I have so many questions, but I
Well,
cannot sour our first meeting. I will simply ask, especially since you have the ability to move around and about our settlement without making your presence known, why did you choose this moment? Beyond just catching us by surprise.
I wanted to see the people who could get the Sphinx to give its approval. I was curious, and Carbon was most entertaining with his stories.
I must admit, I'm quite fond of them when I first met. I found him quite respectful.
It is good to know.
would
You,
you be interested in perhaps dining?
mm, not today. I have heard that you all went into the. What is the word in common? Bounded area a day or so ago.
We have.
Why?
Looks he he looks towards Layla and says, "It was mostly to make sure the area was safe, correct? We heard rumors about this fog."
Yes,
Yeah.
there was a weird fog. We went into it, and then we ended up somewhere completely else because there were spooks and spooky things.
Yes, this was at a time when all sorts of things were, I believe, assailing our island. We ran into a portal of to demon kind that wished us ill will and a ship that wasn't a ship, to say the least.
And where did you go once you were inside?
it was some sort of temple castle like structure. And there were words around, but I couldn't exactly grasp their meaning. And it seemed to house different energies, that of divine, infernal, and of something else. And then we met with a god. And then we were brought back.
Is that right?
Reagan nods and smiles.
I do not sense any deceit from you, which makes your story interesting.
At this point in time, I have no reason to lie to our neighbors.
I do not lie. That is accurate.
I see. Well, I am curious. What exactly do you all look to accomplish? I know the greed of mortal races can be impossible to satisfy. What do you look to gain from this island?
I mean, Reagan can take that, but I don't want to chew the scenery.
Well, I think we all have different motives as to why we are here. For me, as a dragon, we are known to have our own horde, place of residence that is called our home, where we reside, protect our things, treasure it, and live out our days. The settlement, in a way, is my horde, my legacy. Wish to protect everyone and everything in it. But that's me personally as to why I came here. I think everyone has a different reason what they wish to pursue or what they wish to pursue here in the island. It looks towards Axel. Axel?
Yes. I mean, this island is very big, and we have only yet scratched the surface of it. So, I mean, there's much exploring to be done, and we just want to make new friends. And perhaps we can help you, help us, help you.
Layla?
Oh, I'm just here to help you guys. Maybe establish my own theater troupe. Be exciting.
That could be done. And Reagan?
Well, quite simply put, I wish for a home where those can gather without fear of retribution to pray to the gods whom they believe in. For I wish to have a temple to the nameless gods, where we worship those that are known, and we attempt to recognize those that are unknown to us. So far, I've met at least two. And of course, I would love to meet our new neighbors and have a peaceful coexistence.
Roll me one persuasion check with advantage. Doesn't matter to me which one of you rolls it.
You or me, Ari?
What's your persuasion?
+9.
Same. Do you want to trust Roll20 or D&D Beyond?
I trust you, and you can have +5 from me. I trust you.
Okay, so with
Wait, no, you
advantage.
can't. You can't. No, you're not. It's not a saving throw. Never mind. But yeah, you got advantage.
With
Advantage.
advantage. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
28.
Ooh, okay.
Worth it. Worth it. Because World
Worth.
20 would have kicked me off the curve or something. I could feel it.
There aren't many mortals that get to spend time here, but from what I've been able to see, you all have been helpful. You have not taken unnecessarily.
We do not wish to. Believe me, I understand the delicate balance of wanting to make sure. Well, you also say you do not own anything, but at the same time, I think we could all agree that this island can be shared upon everyone. Greed is the last thing that we're expecting anyone in this island participate in. It was why we made sure after hearing your initial words, Carbon's initial words, when we first entered this island, that we did not approach your location because we wish to respect your boundaries and everything involved with it. So we hope we were able to. We're glad we were able to maintain that promise, and we wish to do so in the future, as well as any other. Not comrade. What's the right word I'm looking for? Any other collaborations we wish to pursue?
I'm trying to look up the name of that Sphinx.
You all have done well. You all will be allowed to see more of the forest for now. My
Thank you.
people will assist you when they can. There are still many things that you all will need to learn for yourselves, many things to see. I will be watching.
Thank you.
My lady, is dang it, that's too smart for Reagan. He'll try though. I just want to be sure that so far you have said that we haven't taken more than we can readily. We haven't taken in excess, but I just want to make sure we don't do things like overfish or overgather because I respect your people and we all live on this island together, at least for now.
So far, you all have done a good job of listening to the forest. I sense that some of you have a deeper connection than others.
Ask the smirks.
And Cassia makes her way over to Aspen. I feel that your path is going to be particularly interesting, young dragon.
How so?
There will be many choices for you to deal with. I'm curious to see how you face them, what you discover about yourself. Allow me to give you a bit of a gift. And you all hear from the trees this howl. And as the first note begins, another starts, until after a while there is a song. And as you listen, you feel power flood your body. The power of a beast running through the forest, of a predator hunting its prey. It's almost as if you can feel the ground beneath you, of fangs digging into prey, of power and ferocity of nature. And almost way too soon, the song begins to fade. And you all gain the blessings of the forest.
Wow.
It is an ability that will only work while you're in a forest, but it allows you to sense the presences of monstrosities.
Thank you. You know we needed it. You know we needed it.
I was not prepared for
And
that.
it all comes full circle.
End of season. Now you can sense it. That's why I threw like 15 of them at you.
Well, listen, D&D should have patched that a long time ago.
Agreed. 200%.
Maybe they did it for a reason. You know, it's funny is that in 5th edition they dramatically reduced the number of different creature types.
Hmm.
It used to be a lot more.
I believe it.
A ton more.
He says, "Oh, so only in the forest I could be able to use primeval awareness to detect monstrosities." Correct? Okay,
Yes.
I had to put that in my character sheet. Aspen listens cautiously, and it kind of reminds him a bit uh, of his journey back with not Eileen, which is the oldest. Eileen, and she doesn't really travel to the forest. It was another sibling that.
Oh, you got another one.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah. So there. I have a large family, a very large family. And she was the one that trained him in the ways of the ranger. And so listening to this song, it's almost like hearing in a way, a lullaby from her. So he smirks, smiles, and looks up at her and says, "Thank you."
That was powerful and lovely.
Pleasant.
Consider it a gift for honoring the forest. Unfortunately, it is time for me to leave you.
You may
I
call upon me
imagine-
anytime you are in need.
Aid. Your need, if you have any issues selling your location, that's aid. Please feel free to reach out to us.
Take care of yourselves. And she seems to disappear. Well, for those of you with a passive perception of about 20, you catch her move. It's almost like watching her disappear into the very forest itself. And after a moment, the other eyes leave as well. And you're by yourselves.
Where did she? She was right in front of us. Was she not?
I believe it's the way the light catches off of her. I'm sure that be considered scales. Again, it's just the way it takes place. It's very difficult to keep an eye out. Fantastic for stealth, that's for sure.
Well, if anything, friends, we have one of our first official laws. We must honor the forest and those whom dwell within it.
Is that already established?
We haven't established much of anything, friend.
That is true. That is true. Layla, what did you think?
I mean, see, this is exactly why I don't mess with the forest. Like, she vanishes, she comes and goes as she pleases. For all we know, if we would have screwed up, she could have came and bit us in our sleep.
But she didn't.
That's
Exactly, because we respected her home. Now I'm going to go back and get breakfast because I am starving.
Well, before you go,
Mm.
we were hoping this may be of interest to you. We were looking to see if possibly throwing a bit of a celebration party to celebrate the uprising of this settlement. And of course, I could think of no better person to head this celebration than yours truly. Not yours truly, than you.
I've got this. It's
I
going to
like
be
plot
great.
twist.
Let me go work on music now.
All right. Look forward to see what you come up with.
She's not that tall, but she moves very fast.
I guess I'll talk to the townspeople.
Yes. I guess we should prepare flyers and such. Preparation for our celebration. This should be interesting.
Very much so, friend.
New beginnings. And of course, we have to establish the law to respect the forest. But yes, there's many things we have to do, but that perhaps can take care of after the party.
Perhaps before the party, friend. If they get too much drink in them, they might do something to sour our new relationship.
That is true. I guess we should make sure that that law is established as soon as we can. I'll address that. I'll take care of that. All right.
Very
and,
well.
See you all, I guess, in a bit, and then today's party.
Yeah, Reagan hitting the streets. He gonna go see Tallahassee. That'll be his next order of business.
And Aspen will determine how to, I guess, write documentation and issue this out to the settlement of making sure, like, we have started making laws. This is the first law.
Yep.
This is the first law of our establishment of the name that hasn't been disclosed of yet.
Well, number one, respect the forest,
Mm-hmm.
or we are not responsible for if you come out or not.
You're on your own. We are not rescuing you.
All right. And I believe this is going to be an excellent opportunity for us to take our break for the evening. So we will be back in, let's say, 15 minutes. And we'll continue our story and see where these wonderful adventurers can get into next.
Diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
Trees and branches and vines and things like that have kind of begun to just fall around it, and he's going through, wiping them up, getting rid of the branches, things like that.
How goes it, Tallahassee?
Oh, well, I guess. Oh, the shrine is clean. The buildings are coming up nicely. Assuming the weather isn't too bad, we should be able to finish most of the structures in a month or two.
Can Reagan give a look over on this, the progress of this idol?
Sure, you can just roll just roll an intelligence check.
You
Just
got it.
general intelligence. There isn't an architectural construction skill, so.
Oh, a natural 18. Reagan, did you just have a brain blast?
Yeah. Big
Looking
brain
it over, it looks to be mostly finished. The major parts of it are completed. The base is taken care of. The structure itself is not quite anchored into the ground, but you know that is because it would be moved to a different location ideally. Most of the carving is complete. You know, there are some areas that have still not been fully done, since there is still some debate over what exactly should be carved into the stone, but it's coming along pretty well. It's better than you expected.
This is looking most excellent, Tallahassee.
Oh, well, I'm glad you like it. It took some effort, but I think it's pretty good. Lady Pila was by earlier, and she seemed to be content.
Reagan smiles at that. It's lovely that our goddess is pleased as well.
It is a bit surreal to be able to speak to the divine in person. I never thought that would happen. It makes faith a bit different.
Well, at least now you have a bit of an understanding of why I do what I do.
I do indeed. You and your friends, and seem to be a bit special.
That's one way to put it.
He just in the tree, just that's one way to put it. Yes. Well, Tallahassee, considering that you have your ear to the ground with everyone else, while I've been all over the place, quite frankly, is there anyone in town that needs any assistance? Healing,
So
that sort of thing?
So far, not really. There are some minor scrapes and bruises, but nothing that the people can handle. Those people are a bit tired of roughing it, but they understood what they were signing up for, so it's more good-natured grumbling, I suppose. They do find all of your habits to discover more problems a bit concerning, but they aren't exactly upset about it. They haven't been hurt. or anything.
Yes, we've been trying to avoid you all coming to harm at every turn. And we've fended off threats, and I'm glad that everyone has still remained safe. I also have good news. We're planning a party for the people. Ha, ha.
Oh, that I am sure that will raise spirits as well. Well, there haven't been many excuses to enjoy themselves recently. A lot of hard work.
Oh, this is so sad. Reagan doesn't know logistics. I gotta keep saying. Well, I've attended a couple of parties back when I was still in the full-fledged Paladin of Ados, but I don't know exactly everything that goes into planning one. We have Layla planning the entertainment, but I guess we need food and what else?
Oh, I'm no expert on parties, but you probably want people to make sure no one gets too rowdy or drink. Mm, but probably people who are watching out for the forest and make sure that no animals come by. Things like that.
Do you know of a party expert in town?
Oh, I'm afraid that's not really my expertise. Maybe one of the sailors?
Very well. I will head to the docks. And Reagan will bless Tallahassee before he leaves.
Okay. Alright, then Reagan.
Lay on hands without laying on hands.
Alright.
So am I going to catch these hands?
Reagan makes his way down to the beginnings of a proper docks. All that is being taken care of. Axel, Layla, Aspen, what are you three up to?
Layla
Okay.
is doing her best to get all of her instruments and get her sheet music and decide what she wants to play for this party, because she knows she most likely is going to be the entertainment for this show. And she's kind of like told basically Aspen and Axel, one of you's on food, one of you's on drinks, someone also needs to be over decorations. I've got so much to think about. Oh my gosh.
Wait, you said that to us while
Yeah.
we're in the room? Oh.
Yeah, no, she's basically like dumped everything else on you because she's off with music now.
Like, who's on first? What's on second?
Scooters back in to grab her loot and runs back out.
Have a chef? I do food. Well, very well. Aspen is going to hire. So, well, I mean, I technically have one more point left, right? One more room point.
You never spent it?
Oh yeah, I spent one on the table. And that was it. So yeah, I'm gonna use my second room plate to hire a chef. We finally have a chef for our keep.
Nah, we need to get that one dude to get off that boat and start cooking. That's what we need to do. This will not stand. Like, who do you
This
think?
would not stand.
Can't even make no red beans and rice for your admiral. Like,
But first, before he moves forward, aka spinning my last room plate for that, Aspen is going to take out his sending stone and reach out a message to Eileen, his sister. It just says, "Hey, so I've been hearing words that we're expected to see each other again soon. Is there something going on your side I should be aware of?"
I don't think so. Things seem to be going rather well at the moment.
Have you gone
That
back
certainly
home?
sounds ominous. No, I'm currently hunting.
So I may be into a bit of a thing. May involves gods, themes, goddesses, in between, fate of the world, and all of that. I don't understand how we got ourselves into this circumstance, but somehow we did. Somehow you may be dragged along with it. I am not sure how this is the case. I was curious if perhaps you may have stumbled across something like, a particular group of individuals being hunted. You haven't heard anything about our names on like wanted posters or anything like that, right?
No. Should I? Don't answer that.
That's a good point. Not from our locations. You see, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. That is a new law that we're making in our brand new establishment.
You're inventing the Fifth Amendment.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. On the plus side, I have a brand new settlement that we're creating in our magical isle. We're working from scratch. So, supposedly with us being together, you could be able to see what we've been building. Our new home. So that's exciting.
All right. You. Stop getting yourself into trouble.
Well, I do not lie. So I will try my hardest not to. But in the words of a famous poet, I did a fall on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock fell on top of us. So
You act like she doesn't know what Plymouth Rock is. You're pulling all sorts of American history out for no reason.
Is again a famous poet I heard about saying that statement. I've learned a
For
lot
no
in my
reason.
travels for no reason.
Axel's gonna have to start wearing a big white wig around.
So
I have this feeling to start something called a parliament.
Layla's gonna carry around a little fan going, "Oh my,
oh my." One last thing before I get to this party. Have you gotten a chance to talk to our family back home? They really only allowed me to leave to find you. And we know you're safe now, so we just wanted to make sure there's no hard feelings or anything or about me not heading back home. It took a lot just to convince them to let me go, so that's why I just wanted to make sure.
You're not making a very good argument for why you shouldn't. What am I supposed to tell them when they ask?
Tell them that I have formed a brand new kingdom that does not have a name yet.
I don't think that's the important part.
I mean, you have to lead them with good news before you break into bad news. Otherwise, the bad news is, like sour medicine. It's a bit harder. But, you know what? Let me work on that. I will think on that, and I will get back to you on it. In the meantime, please stay safe, because hopefully whatever prophecy I got myself into does not cause you any harm. I will cross my fingers.
Be careful.
You too. Stay safe. Love you. And
good night and good luck."
Aspen will make his way to Using his RP, his last RP point to hire a chef. We have now a chef off the boat that will be responsible for making all of us food.
He just spawns in the town.
You have a proper chef. Sure.
Yeah, we have a proper chef that goes all the RP points. They got to spin one of
Hell
those.
yeah.
Watch it be that one lady that we tried to have as a diplomat.
By the way, you didn't know I was a chef.
I wasn't interviewing for the position of chef. I was interviewing for the position of diplomat.
No, okay, kids.
5 gold coins.
I don't 5 gold coins. It's like, what? I spent
I'm
RP
gonna
points.
make love to.
Like, you haven't worked as a chef before.
You don't
No
know
experience.
that.
No experience.
Right. Axel, well, was there anything else that Aspen wanted to do?
Oh yeah, that's it. Just for documentation. Say, who was I able to find as a chef? So I can put their name down here.
We'll just go with Lorelai.
Ooh.
Lorelai. Okay.
Right, cat, show everybody your butthole.
Yo, what's Chef Lorelai look like?
And we just got banned from YouTube.
You all met
Indecent
her
exposure.
doing. She was going to be the diplomat lady.
I knew.
Okay.
Wow.
Dun dun dun.
Just ruined the surprise. That's the thing. It's fine. Can't have surprises this way. It's fine.
Don't do
Can't have
something
anything.
like that. You
You can't have anything. Can't have anything. But that's whatever. It's fine. Sure.
So Lorelai's like, you know what? The embassy life's not for me. I will become a chef instead.
Oh, we got that has to happen. You gotta have that. I wish I was there. This is the second interview process Reagan wasn't there for. This is tragic.
No experience, right? No experience. 10 gold. 10 gold a night.
I made cookies one time. Really good cookies. I heard no complaints.
He's looking at a room full of dead people.
Like, I wonder why you didn't hear a single word.
So good, it knocked
Okay.
everybody out.
Yep. A one-way trip.
Can you
Oh,
boil
God.
water? Well, I mean, there's much water in this world. Must it all be boiled?
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a
If
ball.
you give me a gold coin first, perhaps I could light a fire and demonstrate.
All right. Well, Aspen and Layla are doing their thing. Axel, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, Layla just asked us for some help, right? So
She did.
Yeah, I got the food. taken
you
care
get the
of.
food. I guess I'll take care of. What was the last activity? The drinks or the
De-
decorations?
decorations.
All right.
She
Well, we're
yeeted that.
decorating. We're decorating.
Okay. So you have no decorations,
Awesome.
but
That
you have
makes
a
it better.
forest. You have a forest. So a roll, I don't know what our creativity attribute would be.
Resume, right?
Like
sure.
like intelligence, wisdom, charisma, maybe. Like it could be a mix of a lot of things.
Sure.
'Cause
Roll.
being smart doesn't
roll-
mean you're necessarily good at doing creative tasks.
Roll a nature check.
A dex check?
Nature.
Oh, I thought you said dex. I was like, what?
So Dex actually would make sense if you're talking about carving
if
up
you-
or something.
If you
Hand
roll
dexterity.
1, you'll make decorations out of something poisonous.
Oof.
Just letting you know.
Poison
That's what
ivy
happens.
seat covers.
Don't even
Yeah.
say that, Ree. You know how roll 20 is, dog. Don't do this,
Oh,
please.
no.
All
in
right, let's see if
advance.
we can get that golden roll. Let's see if we can get it. No,
Okay.
no, sadly,
That's good.
got a 5.
A
You
10 total.
find some vines and branches, and you manage to kind of tie them up and kind of drape them around. It's
Pine cones or anything?
it's there. It's definitely there. It's very clear the party environment from the rest of the settlement. But beauty is really more in the eye of the beholder. So,
That's right. That's right. It's all relative. Mm-hmm. Gonna dress us up just like home. That I hate.
Do drop when you need her.
Right? Plant
This is
growth,
a
you know what I
druid.
mean?
This is a
Just
druid craft
casting-
thing. Just
casting
make some
fucking-
flowers bloom.
Yeah,
Mhm.
casting fucking sparkles on everything. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
Yep.
I have a question for you all as this party is going to begin. Each of you has taken a different part of this celebration, so you are going to have to make a check.
Okay.
So, Layla, I believe you are doing music, so I would need a performance
All of the
check
music.
from you.
Yay!
I just hired someone. What type of check would I make? A
We'll get
RP
there.
check?
Apparently,
We'll get there. We'll get
human
there.
resources or humanoid resources, I guess.
It is a 22,
Ooh.
That is a
which is
vivid
low.
success.
Booty, booty, booty,
That
booty
is
working
a,
everywhere. That's
yeah.
a
that's
vivid
that's a sign.
success.
That's a sign.
Well,
Prestidigitation.
The festivities begin off very strongly as Layla's music begins to fill the air and people begin to enjoy themselves. Axel, I would need for you to make a charisma check at disadvantage.
Hell yeah.
No. Good luck, Doc.
He has a
Also-
he has a 0.
Good luck.
Also, just for note, she is using her instrument of illusions to create like
Ooh.
sparkles and stuff everywhere.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, for Axel, since there are illusions, you can make a charisma check with straight, because the illusions do technically help atmosphere, and I will allow that to count as decorations.
Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Axel's
So no
getting ready to roll. He's
disadvantage.
sliding up in the party like, hey little mama, let me whisper in your ear."
Yeah, there you go.
Nope, that'll add disadvantage again. That will add disadvantage again.
Wow, that deserves inspiration. You know it does.
That'll be a disadvantage.
16.
Oh,
That's
they were
nice.
feeling it. They was pulling the whisper song.
The atmosphere is a bit difficult. The illusions are helping. Some of the places for the plant decorations are a little weird, but it's working. It's helping. It's helping. All right, next we have Reagan Perro. You are helping the people kind of calm down and embrace the atmosphere. So I will need a persuasion check from you.
Okay.
You help people unwind and relax.
Okay. Roll 20, please. Please. 25. Okay, I'm happy.
Oh,
All right, the people are very clearly into it. The party atmosphere is going well. The mood of the settlers is good, better than good. They are enjoying themselves. The decorations are a little strange, but some people are feeling it. And then we come down
Reagan's
to the
using
food.
his light cantrip to make sure
They
you
are
got a well lit thing.
brilliant lights. Aspen, I have a question for you. Lorelai does have an ability that would be effective here. Would you like for her to use it? You have no idea what the consequences of this would be, but it could be useful.
So Aspen is about delegation. As an individual, we hire someone, and he hires someone who believes that they're going to do their best judgment to provide the best possible product possible twice. So with that, yes, he's going to be perfectly fine for performing this ability, assuming that it's going to be at the betterment of the party. So cross your fingers. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, roll me two d20s and add 8 to the
2D?
separately. So you're rolling with advantage and then adding 8.
Adding 8.
Mm.
Okay. get much higher than that. I was 19. Yeah, the second one was 14. So 19 plus 8, 27.
The food and drink are practically divine, and the party is kicked up a notch.
Ooh.
Can I have everyone make me Constitution saving throws?
Avoid getting drunk. Yeah.
If you have advantage to poison, technically you have advantage. If you have an effect relating to making poisons weaker, you have advantage.
Constitution.
Yep, Constitution save.
Yay.
I think I have divine health. Oh, no, that's just disease. Oh well.
It is a
How did they-
21.
Cool. The settlement fails.
That's 18.
It was a matter of time.
Oh
was.
no!
It was a matter of
It
time.
was.
Regan
was.
is about to turn it up.
Yep. About to get hurt. Like Reagan, why are
What
you
was-
bent over? Why are you bent over right now? You hold his hair back.
Oh no, somebody needs to get Reagan off the table.
Yep.
Axel, what is your role?
For what?
For his
I know.
Constitution
Constitution
save. My bad.
Oh, Constitution. Oh,
Mhm.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. 13.
All right,
Oh,
as
oh.
your celebration picks up, Lorelai adds something to the alcohol, and Layla is doing fine. A mixture of her being used to the party atmosphere and the gifts of her infernal bloodline, we'll say, are strong enough to resist without too much issues. The alcohol is sweet and wonderful. Aspen, it's a bit harder for you. You are lucid, but you could definitely feel it. It's definitely your vision is beginning to distort. Everything is wonderful. The colors are much more vibrant than they used to be. But you are still standing. Reagan, on the other hand, you were not
Okay.
prepared, good friend. You were spending your time
You are
with
not
the
prepared.
people. And the first drink did not settle immediately, and which prompted you to help other people relax. You consumed a couple of them, and then they all hit at the same time.
True party fashion. True party fashion. Yeah.
So I don't
but
feel
the-
anything. Oh.
The rest of you watch as Reagan begins to attempt to dance along some of the buildings that are still in construction. And it gets about halfway up what looks to be like maybe the beginnings of a wall before falling off and landing unceremoniously into a bunch of brushes and kind of thorny bushes. I'm going to say, here, let me just roll a d4.
It's about to be the most
Piercing.
disastrous net one because I can't have nice things.
You take 1 point of piercing damage as you kind of land in a bush. And you just decide to lay there, just enjoying the sight of the stars and the moon and the little floating fairies you see. And that's really Reagan, just kind of enjoying the moment. Axel, things are different for Axel. Arguably better, some ways worse. But you aren't used to alcohol this sweet, this powerful. But you do handle it a bit better than Ray did. And instead of kind of running around and enjoying yourself, you find a nice section of the dirt, and you just kind of fall asleep.
Is this an assassination attempt? Like,
No, you all are not assassinated. You are fine. However, as the other people in the party begin to pass out in various states of enjoyment of their evening and enjoying themselves, your settlement does reach a level of morale, of happiness that is much higher than it was before. The next day will probably not be very work heavy, but the future progress will be much faster. Is there anything that either Layla or Aspen would like to do before the evening ends?
Yeah. Aspen.
Stop.
So okay, so I'm like just Buzz, but not
You
fully.
struggle. You up because you technically passed it. You tied the DC, so you aren't going to be capable of any complicated movements for the
Mhm.
rest of the evening. But you're still there. You're still lucid.
Still lucid. Okay. Why not? In this circumstance, Aspen is going to make his way over to Layla, and he's going to look at Layla and says, "I feel different. How are you feeling right now?"
I feel great. I think you're drunk.
That what, is that what this is?
Yep, probably.
Hmm.
I shook it off. Okay. This stuff, not recommended past class 2.
So that is why Reagan just went head first into the bushes.
Yeah, he had 3, maybe 3.5.
Oh.
That's also why Axel is having a dirt nap.
I think that's when Aspen looks to the side. It's like, oh, that's 2 of us down already.
I haven't
Wow.
seen Drew drop, but I hope she's doing better on this stuff. Maybe they don't drink in in her home country.
In Minnesota?
I'm
Probably.
guessing.
I have to ask. We'll see. Well,
As you say that, you see a string of 8 giant lizards carrying various people disappearing into the forest.
If
A
this is
conga
probably a
line of lizards.
I'm guessing that is Dewdrop's doing.
maybe it's a right for one of the nameless ones. Like we're not going to question it.
Yes,
Wow, those are big lizards.
gigantic. They should be dragonkin the size that they are technically. So I'm thinking this. I'm enjoying this celebration. You're enjoying this celebration.
I am.
Why don't we celebrate a little bit together later on tonight?
You might find Dragon Friend if you weren't drunk, I'd say yes.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because I'm not drunk and I would feel bad. And she like boops you on the snoot.
Okay. I don't understand what that means because I never felt like this before. Thank you.
It's okay. Next time, don't go past glass 1.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
I will respect this glass. Um, I kind of wish now I had her doing both chef and embassy. If she could throw a party like this, I can imagine what her emissary skills could have been like. Maybe she might have to do double duty. We might have to increase her rates and see if she was 2 jobs possible.
Or maybe she'd get the entire emissary drunk.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, we don't want to be responsible for any accidents that happened under a good time.
That is true. Well, I thank you for considering me, I guess, in this circumstance, whatever this is supposed to be. But even after this, we should celebrate sometime in the future.
We should.
All
You
right,
bring up my great grandma again though, and we will fight
I noticed that.
afterwards.
I noticed that. You didn't like when she was brought up on 2 occasions. There was some interesting body language that was coming from you.
You don't know much about the 9 circles, do you?
Most I know about fiends technically is that's because my family kind of killed them. So outside of that, sadly, we don't know too much.
Yeah. My great grandma is like co-ruler of one of the layers, and we're not going down there.
Is that the one that Kosia referenced?
we're not going down there.
Hey, wait, is she the one that gave you the card?
Yeah, we're not using it.
I was like, she was to make a visit to you.
No visit. She's got to stay down there
She
with
has
my
to?
great grandpa.
Are you sure about this?
Yes.
Like, there's like rules that says they can't leave where they're at currently.
I'm guessing, you know, unless they want to upset the big man himself, and I don't want him up here either.
Well, I guess we'll try our best to make sure that you have a great time and they don't make a visit. But
Exactly. They
but
can
it-
stay down there. We're up here having a good time, and they're down there in the heat. So cheers.
No, the heat doesn't bother us anymore, right?
Shh. Let me have this.
Hey, and as we will continue to dance and have a great time.
All right. And as the four of you, or I suppose your entire settlement enjoys an evening of rest, relaxation, and a momentary break from the stress and ills of the world, I think that is where we will wrap up our adventure for this evening. And with that, season 2 of Arethian Nights has reached its conclusion. You all have managed to push through and survive all the way to level, what, 11, 12? Good job.
Oh, do we get a level up? Do
Yeah,
we get a
No.
I
level
heard
up?
12.
No, no.
Yeah, we
I heard
get
12, dog.
Yeah,
No.
we need that
Got tapes for a
12.
reason.
I know. We
Come
got
on.
Come on now. But
We
I
heard
wanted
it.
on that high note, you know, I mean, that nice,
No,
nice
no.
rise to the next stage.
You all have
Oh,
already
dog.
been given plenty of gifts.
Mr.
You all are
Dungeon Master
fine.
not home
Come
right
on,
now.
It's the end of the season, dog. Like you said, we
You've
made
given
it so
you
far.
you have been given many things, many
We throw an
gifts.
amazing party. Come on, dog.
Hmm.
We even hired a chef like you wanted us to.
Yeah, we've been fighting so long for getting the sea chef. We actually got a
You
chef
know,
this time.
I guess it could just delay the future. Well, sure, you guys could have up now instead of later.
Yes!
Yippee.
Yes! Finally! Oh, you all are not ready for next season. I can't wait.
Mhm.
Number
Mhm.
12 is oh, you all are, oh, it's gonna be a treat. It's gonna be a
My
treat.
boy went to bed with a hangover, woke up built different.
We different.
Well, while they are doing that, I want to thank those of you who've watched this far, and I hope that you will join us next time. There will be an announcement at least a month in advance before season 3 begins, so keep an eye out on our Twitch and Twitter, because I'll probably say something here while streaming other things. So, but in the meantime, I will let these wonderful people tell you where else you can find them on the internet and all the cool things they're up to. And we will start with Small Shadow Snack.
I am Ari. I of course play Layla here on Arethian Nights, and I play Vegas tomorrow night, which is going to be fun and exciting. But you can catch me on Twitter at Small Shadow Snack while it still holds, where I occasionally post things. It's mostly possums and me dice shaping my d6s. They're in jail still. But you can also catch me over on Kira's channel in a couple campaigns over there, and I'm also a storyteller, producer, and partner over on the Gremlin Collective. We are getting up to some interesting things. So stay tuned.
All right, next up, we're gonna go with Kira.
Oh, I'm not muted. Perfect. Hi, I'm Kira 858. This was an absolute blast. Cannot wait to see what's going to come up for next season. In terms of content, you can be able to find me, of course, on twitch.tv/Kira858, as well as our YouTube channel, The Cookout TTRPG, where we find a wide variety of TTRPG goodness. We have been on a bit of a hiatus, but that's because I've been working on some other things. I just like what that logo is behind me. As you can see, we got a new company coming out that I mentioned in a couple streams called Snowstorm Comics, where we're working on some brand new comic books that should be coming up in the near future. Super excited about that. We've been working really hard at this, and we're definitely happy with the product that's coming out so far. And we hope to share that passion with you all in the near future. So be on the lookout. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at TheKira858 right now, and then there will be some social media announcements coming out pretty soon underneath those new handles associated with my business. So just keep an eye out, and you'll see something soon. That's me.
All right. Next up, Sir Monolith.
I am at Sir Monolith on the Twitter, and yeah, just having a lot of fun. Looking forward to our game tomorrow night. You should definitely check that out if you haven't already. And also looking forward to some of our other upcoming sleeping projects coming back to life as Ree rotates out to get some fresh air into a new game setting.
Anything's on the horizon. Last but certainly not least, Earthswinger.
Say my name, say my name.
Well,
What's
no
up,
one
y'all?
is
I wouldn't go for the whole thing, but I see you.
It was hard to resist. It was hard to resist. I was this close to joining Michael.
And copyright strike.
Yeah.
Why are we trying to get me sued?
It be like that sometimes, but y'all know who I is. Y'all know what I be doing. Y'all gonna see me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And you also know where to find me. I'm on the YouTubes. I'm on the Twitches. I'm on the Cookout TTRPG until Kira kicks me off. I'm on the Gremlin Collective until Ari kicks me off. And I'm going to be on ReeRoles tomorrow unless Ree kicks me off. And that's enough from me. Take me home, Ree.
And with that, our story has reached its conclusion. Our friends have told you who they are. So, next up, join us tomorrow night as we wrap up our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. But until then, I thank you for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you again.